What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We've got some of the biggest news to drop today, and trust me, this is something you don't want to miss. If you're a football fan, buckle up, because the NFL just saw a shift in power that could change everything we thought we knew about the league. Yes, you heard that right, TJ Watt, one of the most ferocious and dominant defensive players in the NFL today, could be leaving the Pittsburgh Steelers and heading to the Dallas Cowboys. This is huge. We're talking about one of the best pass rushers in the entire NFL joining one of the most talented defenses in the league. If the move happens, it could create an unstoppable force in Dallas, reshaping the NFC and shaking up the entire league. So, let's break down what this means for both teams, the league, and how this could set the stage for something huge in Dallas. This is a big move. Now, before we dive deep into the analysis and implications of this potential trade, let's take a step back and look at who TJ Watt is and why this would be a game-changing move for both the Cowboys and the entire NFL. TJ Watt has built a career based on relentless aggression, dominance, and impact. From the moment he stepped onto the field in 2017 as a first-round pick for the Pittsburgh Steelers, Watt's ability to make plays, change games, and disrupt offenses was evident. While his older brother, J.J. Watt, had already made a name for himself in the NFL, TJ was carving out his own legacy, becoming a star in his own right. Over the years, he has emerged as one of the league's premier pass rushers. From 2017 to 2023, TJ Watt has collected 70-plus sacks, constantly making life miserable for quarterbacks and offensive linemen alike. Watt's ability to pressure the quarterback, create turnovers, and make crucial plays in big moments has earned him 4 Pro Bowl selections, 3 All-Pro honors, and, of course, the prestigious NFL Defensive Player of the Year award in 2021. This isn't just any player. Watt has become the cornerstone of the Steelers' defense, a unit historically known for its ferocity and physicality. His sheer athleticism, speed, and tenacity have made him a nightmare for any offensive lineman, and he's someone opposing quarterbacks would always have to account for before dropping back to pass. Watt isn't just about sacks either. His ability to disrupt the pocket, force fumbles, and change the course of a game is what sets him apart. But now, if these rumors hold true, Watt could be leaving Pittsburgh and heading to Dallas, a franchise that has been in the conversation for championship contention for the past several years. Let's talk about the potential impact of that move, starting with the Dallas Cowboys defense. The Cowboys, over the past few seasons, have quietly put together a defense that is beginning to rival the league's best. The emergence of Micah Parsons as one of the most dynamic players in the NFL has been a massive boost. Parsons, since entering the NFL, has been a do-it-all player. From rushing the passer to dropping into coverage to stopping the run, he's been a defensive juggernaut. It's hard to overstate just how much Parsons has changed the dynamic of the Cowboys' defense. Pairing him with the elite pass rusher DeMarcus Lawrence has given the Cowboys a formidable duo of defensive playmakers. But then, imagine this, adding TJ Watt to that mix. The Cowboys would suddenly have 3 legitimate game-changers on their defense. The thought of Watt lining up on one side of the defensive line, with Parsons on the other, would instantly make Dallas one of the most terrifying pass-rushing teams in the league. Watt's speed, technique, and relentless pursuit of the quarterback, combined with Parsons' versatility and Lawrence's strength, would create an overwhelming force that offensive lines just wouldn't be able to contain. For opposing quarterbacks, they would find themselves in constant survival mode, trying to escape the pressure coming from all angles. Double-teaming one of them wouldn't be enough. Parsons can rush the passer, drop back into coverage, and even line up as an off-ball linebacker. Watt can rush from the edge, set the edge in the run game, and create turnovers. The Cowboys would have a dynamic, multidimensional defense capable of swarming offenses in a way they've never seen before. If this deal goes through, Dallas would not just have a defense, they would have a super defense. The NFL is becoming more offensive-focused, with high-powered quarterbacks and explosive receivers lighting up the scoreboard, but we all know that defense wins championships. Teams like the San Francisco 49ers have shown that a dominant defense can be the difference between being a playoff contender and winning a Super Bowl. The addition of what would give the Cowboys the ability to shut down offenses and dictate the game from a defensive standpoint. They could potentially have the best pass rush in the entire league, with Parsons and Watt wreaking havoc on quarterbacks, while Lawrence provides support. But it's not just about pass rush. The Cowboys' defense also has strong pieces in the secondary, including Trayvon Diggs, who is known for his ball-hawking ability. With all the attention on Watt and Parsons in the front seven, Diggs could have even more opportunities to make plays in the backfield, resulting in more interceptions and turnovers. This would make the Cowboys' defense one of the most complete units in the entire NFL. Let's take a moment to think about the Pittsburgh Steelers and what this move means for them. Losing a player of T.J. Watt's caliber would be devastating for the Steelers. For years, Watt has been the face of the franchise's defense. He's been the leader in the locker room and the player opposing offenses game plan for. Losing him means the Steelers would have to find a way to replace one of the most dominant defensive players in the NFL. It's not like the Steelers are devoid of talent. They still have a strong defense, with talented players like Minkah Fitzpatrick and Cam Hayward leading the charge. But replacing Watt's ability to rush the passer and make plays in crucial moments won't be easy. The Steelers may look to the draft or free agency to find a replacement, but the reality is that there aren't many players like T.J. Watt. Losing him would represent a massive hole in the defense, and the Steelers would need to adjust their strategy to fill that gap. Without Watt, the Steelers might be forced into a rebuild, at least defensively. The AFC is loaded with top-tier quarterbacks and offenses, and a defense without Watt will be at a severe disadvantage in a conference that is always tough to navigate. The Steelers' front office will have some tough decisions ahead as they try to maintain a competitive roster without one of their most impactful players. This trade isn't just important for the Cowboys and the Steelers, it could send ripples throughout the entire NFL. If the Cowboys make this move, it's a statement to the rest of the league that they are all in on building a championship contender right now. They already have the offensive weapons in players like Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and Tony Pollard. Now, with a defense led by Parsons, Lawrence, and Watt, they would arguably have one of the most well-rounded teams in the NFL. The move would shift the balance of power in the NFC. Teams like the Philadelphia Eagles, San Francisco 49ers, and Green Bay Packers would need to be aware of the new powerhouse emerging in Dallas. This would instantly make the Cowboys a Super Bowl contender, and it would force other teams to reevaluate their roster construction to match up against this terrifying defense. The NFC East, which has been a fiercely competitive division, would be flipped on its head with the Cowboys solidifying themselves as the team to beat. For the Steelers, the fallout of losing Watt could have long-term consequences as they look to rebuild. The AFC is stacked with elite quarterbacks like Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, and Josh Allen, and a defense without Watt would struggle to keep up with the league's best offenses. This could be the start of a significant transition for the Steelers, and it might take them a few seasons to get back to their competitive ways. So, there you have it, the Dallas Cowboys could be on the brink of making a massive move to secure one of the NFL's best defenders in T.J. Watt. If this trade happens, it will completely shift the landscape of the league. The Cowboys' defense would go from good to elite, with two of the best pass rushers in the game in Parsons and Watt. Meanwhile, the Steelers would be left trying to pick up the pieces after losing one of the best players in franchise history. What do you think, Cowboys fans? Are you excited about the possibility of Watt joining the team? And Steelers fans, how do you feel about losing a player like Watt? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of the latest news and analysis on this crazy off-season. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out, NFL fans.